Lately it's been hard. They're selling me for parts. And I don't wanna be more than hard. But I only got half a heart to give to you. How can you miss someone you've never seen? Tell me
Hey, how are you, Hayden? It's nice to see you. How are you feeling?
Do you like it with
Healing, I hope.
and cream?
I know it's a process, so.
Or do you take it straight or just
Every day I hope you feel a little bit better.
Yeah, lately it's been hard. They're selling me for parts. And I don't wanna be more than hard. But I only got half a heart to give to you. And I hope to know how can you miss someone you've never met? 'Cause I need you now, but I don't know you yet. But can you find me soon, because I'm in my head. Yeah, I need you now, but I don't know you yet. I need you now, but I don't know you yet. I need you now, but I don't know you yet. I need you now, but I don't know you yet. I need you now, but I don't know you yet. Yeah, she's in love with the concept. She's in love with the concept. I'm still on your Netflix, girl. I know you love me, even though your parents don't fucking trust me. They probably alright though. I know I'm an asshole. No reply to all your texts. Shall I do you back home? Like you're just dying to try, but you can't for the keys. Hello, lovelies. There's my chat. How are you tonight? Good evening. That's okay. If you need rest, you need rest. Also, the medication you're on, Hayden, has a side effect of drowsiness often, so it's okay. Just be safe and rest when you need to. I will also say that they can have a tendency to cause a bit of havoc in the gastrointestinal arena, and in some cases people find that their skin starts to have problems, like it's trying to leach out of their skin might break out. So if you're dealing with those symptoms, try to just regulate as best you can. Just another reason not to be on those things long term. Thank you. Because I'm 18, you must be parents can't have no understanding. I'm never fell in love. Say those feelings feel. So let's do all the stupid shit that y'all kids do. It's me.
11:11. That's right. The clock, guys. I might go in yoga in a bit. Yeah, you dropped something too boring, Cal. Common sense and brain cells. Hiding in my bedroom, life through a phone. I'm scared with everything in everyone, everything I haven't done. My faith is in its own. I was a dreamer, but at my ceiling, I lie awake stone cold most evenings. Hit the bleachers instead of taking, 'cause I gave up when it got frustrated. Then you find someone in your bed who doesn't need the things that I want in your bed. And out of everybody else that I met, it's you. You, if I didn't have you, I don't think I'd even leave my home. Wouldn't have no place to go. You, if I didn't have you, I don't think I'd be the same. I won't ever let you go. If I hadn't met you, would I lie through my teeth? Hiding all the rest, you got the best part of me. I'm scared. Letting anybody get worms. That's right. Just worms. I was a dreamer, but at my ceiling, I lie awake stone cold most evenings. Hit the bleachers instead of taking, 'cause I gave up when it got frustrated. Then you find someone in your bed who doesn't need the things that go on in your bed. Out of everybody else that I met, it's you. You, if I didn't have you, I don't think I'd even leave my home. Wouldn't have no place to go. You, if I didn't have you, I don't think I'd be the same. I won't ever let you go. That is so tired of me. All the demons in my head are blinding me. There's a wall between myself and who I'm trying to be. Now I don't know how to function in a society. 1, 2, 3 medications, so I can have a fucking normal conversation. I sleep better when I'm sedated. I'm scared of everybody else and I hate it. You, I didn't have you, I don't think I need to be mine. We have no place to go. You, I didn't have you, I don't think I need to be mine. Yeah, that is pretty boring. I was distracted and in traffic. I didn't feel it with the earthquake. I don't wanna see your face again. Unless you dancing in the car with your best friends, trying to make the past irrelevant.
So I picked the weapon shop enough to cut the tension. I was sick of your silhouette, but my hands stand up every time that you are mentioned. Me, I feel like we're living dead. But secretly, I hope it never, ever, ever ends. Call me sleeping wasn't sober, but they said the party's over. Nicotine over my face now. Leaving the house, now I'm alone, but I can't forget how you making my heart go like a greyhound. I need to be careful. You're on like I'm werewolf. And when you come forward, everything gets scared up. I'm straight from this graveyard. You linger on graveyards. I had to move on. Don't know what to do. Girl, I think I need a cigarette. Yeah, doing all these things that I regret. Yeah, haven't said, but I'm hell bent. Yeah, shoot a silver bullet in my chest. Yeah, I almost forgot that I was nasty. Everything nice like a studied, and I thought that I was classy. Why you gotta spite me? Bad me. Weapons on the bite, running in his 90s. Yeah. I wish that I didn't change the zip code. I wish that I didn't try to go cash out the thrift store. I wish that I didn't have to take off all these rip clothes. I wish that I never, ever, ever let the fifth pour. Now I'm saying, I need to be careful. You won't and when we come through, everything gets scared of. I'm straight from this graveyard. You linger on waivers. Call me slipping wasn't sober, but they said the party's over. Nicotine over my face now. Leaving the house, now I'm alone, but I can't forget how you making my heart move like a greyhound. And I know you hear the rumors in the way that I would do, so you know that I can stay wrong. When they chase me, I maneuver, find a way to get back to you. Keep it space so that you say, nah, I need to be careful. You're moonlight, I'm werewolf. And when you come through, everything is teared up. I'm sorry, baby. You linger on waves. That girl a heartbreaker, tell you to move along. That girl a high staker, she's so filet young. Living in the city, fucking with the stars. Whipping around in $100,000 cars, yeah. She said her job is money, these niggas got to pay. Level bottle service, what more she gotta say? Bopping through the city on the boulevard. Skinny dipping at the chateau on the mall. She got them Gucci ruby shoes. Dancing at the club, these niggas love the way she moves. She got it, I'll do a party in the hills. Pumping on the coke because she love the way it feels. She got it, that girl will never fall in love. Too pretty to really ever get involved. But you don't really gotta stress, do whatever you want. Cause everything is perfect in the life. In the life of Glamour. That girl's so shaking. She got that rebel, yeah. That girl okay. She eat it on herself. Out the window singing Lucy in the sky. Got the demons and the devil by his side, yeah. That girl on her bucket, she be her own support. Money sleep, money eat, money in that order. With the posse, knocking shots and doing jobs. Hey, what's up? She got them Gucci ruby shoes. Dancing in the club, these niggas love the way she moves. She got it, I'll do a party in the hills. Pumping on the dope because she love the way it feels. She got it, that girl will never fall down. What's the first say? Don't really gotta stress, do whatever you want, cause everything's perfect in the life of Glamour. pop a titty, I'll give you $100.
Sir, I wouldn't pop a titty for you if you were the last man on earth and you had all the dollars in the world. First and foremost, you scummy bummy, nasty bottom feeder. You remind me of the scuzz at the bottom of somebody's van who had kids that threw old French fries or something underneath the seat and left them there for 3 months. You're gross. That's one. Two, if I was putting out any kind of adult content, first of all, I'd charge a lot more than that. And second of all, you couldn't afford me. And I don't, and I won't. So, toodles. Peasant. Don't speak to a queen like that. Can you imagine? They know not what they do. Some of them do. But can you imagine? Truly. Like some of them straight up don't realize they're speaking to a queen incarnate. But can you imagine a few lifetimes ago if they'd have walked up in my castle and tried to speak to me like that? Imagine the uproar from the knights. Oh, they'd be beheaded in front of me. At minimum, they'd be kicked out of my kingdom or tossed in a dungeon. Pop a titty, I'll give you $100. Oh, thank you, sir. I'll take your land and your goats. Have fun in the torture chamber. Karma. What queen did I used to be? I've been many queens, many times. But I still carry royal bloodline today. Genetically. I'm not done. Just relax. Don't make me pop off on you. You don't want me to do that tonight. Frankly, I don't want to either. Ugh. You don't tell me what I do and do not say. You get out of my house. Peasant. The song is called I'm So Tired. Yeah, sick of your bullshit. Stop. Sound off. Very nice. Reporting for duty. I love guys. Minecraft, Java mod, and resource creator. We have children in the chat. We know who sent. We know which pedophile sent them. Not speculatively either. They were commenting on those whistleblowing videos earlier. I just ignored and blocked them. But they did leave their trail there, letting me know that they are upset and trying to be little child soldiers for a pedophile. And that's not new. I don't know why they think that's a good idea. And they're just regurgitating the same nonsense again. It's a slander campaign. Look, she's playing music. Look, she's telling somebody to stop being nasty. What brand of, what was it? Schizophrenia is this? Don't listen to MGM about the fact that I've been stealing from her and violating trademarks. She's crazy. That bitch is crazy. How did I get so good at the hula hoop? Am I a performer? Yes, but also because I spend time by myself, investing in myself, and getting away, keeping away from assholes like that while they spend their time stalking the bits and pieces of my life that I do share online. I'm afraid of change. Yeah, we know. We know who sent them. Amazon's currently going through 70 claims right now. It might take them a second, but she listed so much stolen content. There were like 70 items listed. All using my name and my story. I just flagged them all. However, thinking, oh, she filed the paperwork yesterday. I haven't seen full consequences of my actions yet. Let me go continue to harass her or send children to do it. Yeah, that was a bad idea. Because my next move is to go back to the FBI now that that paperwork's cleared. Hasn't. Bitch, please. And there is no argument. I don't have to prove shit. I own it. End of discussion. Legally, it's done. Feels like a lifetime just trying to get by with dying inside. Done a lot of things wrong, loving you be blind, but I can't move on. You know I'm afraid of change. Also, some of them were stalking me so hard they left their digital footprint again earlier. I saw. I documented it. I ignored it, but then here they came. You saw it. Yes, that's That's right. That's another thing, is these people have been trying to send aspects of spiritual warfare, if not by means of slander, then actually trying to dive into spell work or reaching out to people who do, to try to hire practitioners or access to spiritual people to do things for them. If they're not trying it themselves, they're seeking others, while trying to slander real divine prophetess or real divine feminine for being a psychic medium. I'm going to try to smear campaign divine feminine as crazy because she's publicly owning her spiritual abilities and psychic mediumship. But I'm going to send black magic behind the scenes. I'm going to try to tell people she's crazy for being a spiritualist, but I'm going to send black magic and the evil eye at her behind the scenes. Do you think the spirit realm respects you? You're fronting. That's a front. A bad cosplay. Jealousy is obvious. And the story doesn't match up because she lied and there are holes in it. Anyway, moving on. Thank you. One love. Ready to play, guys? Cosplay, yes, as in these people try to copy everything that I do while trash talking me because they want to destroy me so that they can try to replace me, as if there's a competition. Doing things that I would never do, so they already failed at that. But what they're actually doing, since they're not doing it at all, let alone well, and there is no competition, is they're just creating a bad cosplay of me. They're trying to cosplay me. And failing miserably. Because you can't. I'm not cosplaying. It's not a game. One love, Kyle. Thank you. Happy 420, Corey. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. If I could go back
Was that supposed to say spiritually bankrupted? First of all, way to try to regurgitate the same words verbatim about these copycats that I spoke about them the other day on a live feed back to me in this one, but also piss poorly misspelling it and not having any proper punctuation, capitalization, or anything in between. That was hilarious. Thanks for the belly laugh. Bankrupted. It's so bad. That is not how you spell that. That's funny as shit. Obviously, kids in the chat.
Imagine if I never messed up. Imagine if we never even broke up. Imagine if I had the power to control the voices in my head and I could tell them all to shut the fuck up. Imagine if I knew how to always get it right.
That was supposed to be an insult. Like insulted, I'm laughing and shit. My face is turning purple. Hold on, I gotta catch my breath. I don't think that was supposed to be so funny, but it was. It's hilarious. Tears in my eyeballs. Never had the tears. He says, right. Tears in my eyes. Oh no, bitch. Don't call me darling. Brain health matter. Yeah, it does. Which is why dealing with narcissistic, nitpicking assholes like you is not where we spend our time and energy. Have the life you deserve, you rotten little shit. Can you get out of my house? Don't tell me what to do or don't do. That was a rhetorical question. I know you were asking me for permission, but I'm not giving you permission. I'm not asking you. I told you, get out. Can you not talk to? Don't tell me what to do or say or do not say in my house. You get out. It's not a request. Oh, we know you're a disgusting dirtbag, Daryl. Dime bag. You cheap ass. That's all you can afford is a dime bag. I bet it's Mersh weed too, you little shit. Street weed. Stems and seeds. Gritty. Can't relate. Speaking of, it's time to read up. No. No, do you know what a dime bag is? A dime bag is like a little bit of weed that you get for $10. It's like if you only have $10 on you and you can only get like a couple of joints, a joint or like $10 worth of weed from a dealer, it's like a little bit. It's not even a full eighth. A dime bag. Not even a $20 bag. Dirt bag is more like it. Come on now.
But maybe Betty can actually only afford an ounce. No, in his username it says he can't even afford more than $10. But you have these cheap asses thinking they can come for me. Oh God. Yeah, half a gram. And what is a bag? 4.5? All right. So he can't even afford to have a full gram. 24, 22. Cheap talk. Big bunch of cheap talk out of his mouth, though. Made sense, didn't it? That tracks. It's hilarious.
Imagine what the world be like. Imagine what the world be like if everybody sang.
Oh, some people just suck, dude. It's really just as simple as that. Some people just blow. Maybe get some therapy. Would it surprise you to know that this is medical grade weed, which we just discussed, and a doctor actually prescribes it? How about you educate yourself and stop harassing people? Also, you spelled junkie wrong, and you forgot your punctuation, and you didn't compose your sentence correctly. Where's your capitalization? You can't even spell a full sentence like a third grader can, but you think I should take anything you say seriously. It's probably George behind the screen. What's up, pie face? Just kidding. That one's probably not, but they do sound the same. You know why? It's projection. Junkie. It's weed. You pissant. You prude ass. Outdated ass. Pea-brained little pissant. Go find a hobby. Yep, there it is. I hate her. She made me feel bad about myself. Because I told you about yourself after you tried to come here and hurt my feelings? Because I wouldn't let you hurt my feelings, and it hurt your feelings. For you. Are you okay? I think you need some therapy, and maybe you'd stop being such a bitch if you also had a joint. Did you ever think of that? Where's my shot glass? Cheers. Yeah, why so quiet now? That backfired, didn't it? I gave him something to think about. You know how I can tell the Bible thumpers have no connection to God? Because they're not connected to God at all, let alone enough to recognize people who actually are. They're just trying to hatefully throw and thump the Bible at people who are actually more connected to the divine than they are. So that is why they get removed. They're not preaching divine word. They're they're trying to beat people with a Bible, blasphemously at that.
Yeah, that's right. You're pretty gross. Hey, Bandana, what's up, love? I can tell your mother taught you no manners, and if she did, you didn't listen. I can't get under her skin. She just keeps making a joke out of my attempts to hurt her feelings. There must be something wrong with her. That bitch is crazy because I threw everything I had at her and she's still going stronger than me. I don't know what to do with my life now. Cheers. Why are you so dumb? That's funny as heck. I would rather watch your mother bitch slap you for trying to be smart. Don't be racist in my chat. I'll fucking punch you in the face spiritually. Drive safe, Anton. Be well. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I'd like to see his mother here and see him say things like that. Yeah, I'm sure she probably wouldn't be thrilled. Most moms aren't. Especially to a lady at that. Watch your tongue. Or I might snatch it from you. Don't understand. Don't know what you're getting yourself into. I warned you. You should have known. Secretly, I think you knew. Oh, bitch. Secretly, I think you knew. I got some dirt on my shoe. Ducks and not goose. Duck. 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 Goose. That was a fun game, actually, to play at camp. Younger days. You got me begging for friends. Ripped in my head. Had it under control. Something that you don't understand. You look at yourself into you should have known. Secretly, I think you knew. Oh, see, I told you. Lots of kids in the chat. Oh, there you are. See, you noticed too, kitty. I told you, pedophile. She finished filing those trademarks. Okay, I'm gonna go slander her to the kids and get them all riled up again. Bitch, please, we know what you did. Ooh, I made it out on my tracks so that also, like I said, they're just regurgitating the same things that I said about the people who sent them. Because it offended wanted them so much to hear me speak the truth about them. Because it struck a chord that they weren't ready to hear, because it was so sharp and accurate. It was cutting, ripping a Band-Aid off. They didn't want it. And so they thought, well, fine, if those things that are so honest that she said about us are so hurtful to us, then maybe if we repeat them back to her, it'll hurt her feelings. But baby, that applies to you, not me. Also, I see clearly. So do my lawyers and medical team. I like Pretty Citizen. Not that one.
Shit is me and thinking about you all night. Every memory you left me was a bad fight. But it's alright. It's alright. And I'm healing. But the scars up on my body are still bleeding. And it's been a couple years, but you can see it. Thank you. The reason. I don't know what you're calling me for. Like you don't have one foot in the door. And you're like, nah, just gonna leave when you're bored. And we've been here before. Now you're wasted and doing all the same shit. Still can't seem to face it. 'Cause I wouldn't let you take my strengths and turn them into weakness. I don't fucking need this. You can go to hell and take your demons. To be careful with the man's fucking lonely. I believed all of the stories that you told me. See, I was crazy. Looking at myself like I was changing. But the truth is, it was only what you made me. Let you blame me. Oh, I don't know what you're calling me for. Don't know. Wasted doing all the same shit. Still you see the basic. 'Cause I wouldn't let you take my strengths and turn me into weakness. I don't fucking need this. You doing all the same shit. Still can't see the face. 'Cause I wouldn't let you take my strengths and turn them into weakness. I don't fucking need this. You can stay in hell and keep your demons.
See, look, and they instantly. I've seen it a few times. Somebody will compliment me on something, and one of the little children troll chat will come through and try to say the exact opposite, hoping to discredit what the first person is saying. But the gag about that is the reality is either one of those people are assuming that my self-worth is banking on either a compliment or somebody trying to nag. But my self-worth is based on how the divine sees me and calls me to see myself. Not a negative comment, not a positive comment. Now, I do appreciate the positive ones, although I've seen a lot. There aren't many pickup lines I haven't heard. However, I know that they're full of shit. I have enough self-confidence and clear sight within myself to know and see that they're full of shit. And it's very evident that they're just trying to combat. Oh, somebody gave her a compliment. Well, I'll try to hurt her feelings. Okay, so you're a person who only feels good about themselves if you're getting attention and confidence, or compliments rather, which is why you think that trying to neg someone or be nasty and nitpick at someone would have an adverse effect. So you're insecure. Thank you. Thank you for assuming that I'm insecure, but telling me that you're insecure by doing so. Because I'm not, but I can see that you are. Your behaviors were exhibition of that alone. Peasantry. Are you okay? I know you're not. Let's do this. Materialistic philosophy, slavery, loss of employment, loss of rights, difficulty finding work, exile, flights, laziness, avoiding responsibilities, lack of goals, intensity, scarcity of ideas, person too preoccupied with matter, exhaustion, coldness, isolation, doesn't understand the inherent meaning of work, forcing destiny, seeking success at any cost, seeking personal glory. So they think that like trying to tear me down will gain some kind of success for the pedophile that they've been trying to bully for. Lack of commitment, does not keep promises, feelings of being disliked or rejected, right? Insecurity issues. Diabolical forces, so they're toxic and they have inner struggle. Yes, insecurity issues, which is why they attempt to project them outward. Now, lies and false testimony. Not only are the things that they said untrue, but I can see that they're just directly in opposition to what's being said, simply to be oppositional. They don't care that they're wrong. They just hope people believe it so that they can be right. They just want to win the argument, but they can't win the argument because they're wrong, not unless they can try to gaslight people or tell the argument to people who are too stupid to know better, and I'm none of those things. Usurpation, there it is. Angry because why? I would not let them steal from me at all, let alone and get away with it. The usurpation attempts. Lies and false testimony, lawsuits, accusations. Oh, I told you. Trademark. Registered. Captivity, oppression, slander. And that's what it is, the attempts to harass and control a narrative or try to drive people down into the ground with slander. That's a form of oppression, or it's an oppression tactic. As if I haven't seen that before. You're just annoying. So you think the truth is annoying. You think people calling you out for your crimes is annoying. Oh, darn it. It's giving Scooby-Doo. Oh, darn it. I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you kids and that meddling dog and that dog and you meddling kids. Oh, darn it. How annoying that I couldn't get away with my crimes. You foiled my evil plots. How annoying. Peasant. First of all. Second of all, oh, are you talking about yourself? No, we just established that I'm too confident to deal with your bullshit. I'm just dragging you for being so insecure that you thought that that was a good idea to try. Thanks for telling on yourself again. Just do OnlyFans. I bet you're mad that you couldn't. I wouldn't. I could. I won't. But I bet people wouldn't pay for you. They'd pay for me if I wanted them to. You spelled witch wrong. Yeah. Oh, they're so mad. Good. Good. I hope you suffer and you have a terrible day tomorrow. Enjoy your karma. These aren't card games. These are the behavioral science turned old-fashioned French game cards. No, these are not Lenormand cards. You mean Lenormand? You dumb bitch. Yeah, I also read Lenormand. It's one of my favorite things to read, actually. Love the French Lenormand. However, no, these are behavioral and social science cards. These are outlining psychology. Let's read one on you, dum-dum. Thoroughly unoriginal name. Yeah, we can tell. self-abasement, enslavement to material impulses, egoism, hypocrisy, absence of principles, which is why you think spending your time doing this is appropriate. Opposing feelings of fraternity, so you just fight everybody. Critical writer, there you go, nasty little comment rat. Person of negative influence, God doesn't love your ugly. Passion, hatred, you're passionate at being a little prick. Escape, fear of matter. So you're scared you won't have enough money or be able to try to prop yourself up in society as something that you're not. You fraud. Witch. That's actually a book that I used to like a lot growing up. Nasty little comment rat. I'm tyrant and victim. And you see, they come here being tyrants trying to bully me, and then when me not letting them bully me or me giving it back to them, hey, okay, empath, hurts their little feelings, they try to play the victim as if they didn't come here and try to stir the pot first, and really are just complaining that they got scalded by the heat in my kitchen I warned them repeatedly about. Identifying with social laws, going against the tide. Anything else? I think we're good with that. I see some of these karmics crying now. Oh, did the truth hurt your feelings? Clock that. So mad. It's hilarious. Just for kicks now. Oh, look. Look, they're making fake accounts with my name now. Now, I just know that arguing with idiots is a waste of my time. And I don't have to sit here and try to explain myself to people committed to misunderstanding me, because we've established already that they would rather push a false argument and an incorrect narrative. They would rather speak things that are factually wrong just because it's the opposite of what I'm saying. They don't want me to be correct so badly. They don't want to agree with me so badly that they would rather be wrong and stay wrong and keep spewing misinformation and non-facts just to pretend to be right, as if that will ever make them right. Those erroneous bitches. It's funny. Actually, let's go over here. I need to report you for copyright and trademark and harassment. Yeah, I heard that. I'm so angry. I know you are, dude. It's crazy. Crazy. You crazy. Love this. So great. Yeah, it is. That's identity theft. You're trying to pretend to be me. That's my name. You're fraudulent. It's not how that works. Yes, it is. That's identity theft. That's a violation. Crazy. It's not as if people haven't done that before, but it is a problem. And the platforms do tend to take the accounts down once I reach out and let them know what's going on. So there's that. There. December 17th, 2021. So they took an old account that they had and they changed the handle recently. They did that to Ban the other day too, didn't they? They took Bandana's profile photo and made an account copying it. Yeah, that's not, like I said. All you do is lie. All you do is lie. When I'm telling you that people have been copying from me, stealing my name, my artwork, my real life survival story, you come on from an account where you've stolen my name and titled it Emerald Gem Gypsy, and you say that I'm a liar while you're doing the thing that I'm telling people that you're doing. You want to tell me that I'm lying about it? How much sense does that make? What do you mean? Emerald Gem? No, that's not me. That's you from my chat section, from a fake account. But you're lying. You're lying about how people are stealing from you and copying you and pretending to be you while you're doing it. No, I'm not. What do you mean? Thanks for proving my case. Again, that was dumb of you. Thanks for giving me an opportunity to publicly exhibit that. That backfired on you. I heard that. Fuck. It's literally her name, and they think nobody will notice. Right? Nobody's buying it anymore. The only people contributing to this are people who are already complicit in it, or who are just as guilty. Nobody upright, nobody cognizant, nobody moral. And I actually had a chat with my doctor about this the other day. I asked a question about certain things, and the awareness level of certain people doing such things, narcissists and what have you, and like, I don't understand why A, B, and C. And she's like, well, see, that's the thing about rational people, empathetic people like you, is they can't always wrap their head around why somebody would be doing things like that, because she even started to stumble over her words a little bit. She's like, because they can't, she said, and kind of trailed off. And I got a flash of something that my mom used to say, actually, about Mr. George Clinton Eisworth, the convicted domestic abuser. And she would say, you can't rationalize with irrational people. And so while she was trying to find the right words, I said, you can't rationalize with irrational people. And she said, yeah, that's it. So we went back and forth in a peer-to-peer conversation bit on that. She's a smart lady. So there's that. I hate you so much because you're right, and there's nothing I can do about it, and I just look bad, and every time I try to cover it up or make you look bad or make myself look better, I just end up making myself look worse and proving my point. Yeah, you're right. Stop doing that. That's your lesson. There's no way to dodge your karma. There's no way to shirk or shake the responsibility. There's no way to pin it on me. People see that you are a villain in the horror story that you created for yourself by trying to steal from and compete with me. Next. There is no competition. There never was. Nor will there be. I guess I would say good try, but it wasn't. Well, somebody's bugging. so. I know. Do you crash out at any criticism? No, often I ignore most people. But yeah, absolutely. I'll take a second to drag a dumb little bitch who thinks it's a good idea to spend their time trying to hurt other people. I know what you're doing. It's narcissism. I'll use you as a teachable example. It's just something that you'll regret. Socially, definitely karmically in the long run. Maybe even legally. If you decide to test me, I don't think that's wise. There's a difference. You just don't let me get away with trying to bully you. You crash out. Do you know what? Do you know what trolling is? You're tantruming, trying to project your hatred and self-loathing at other people. Trolling is crashing out. You are the crash outs. You're trying to get other people to crash out. You're trying to provoke an issue so that other people can be, in your mind, just as fucked up as you are. Or you're trying to fuck people up a little bit more than you feel fucked up about yourself. I know what you're doing because you're crashing out. Healthy people don't troll because, well, healthy people don't need to, babe. I'm not coming into your kitchen to be a problem. You're the one crashing out. That's desperation right there, publicly. Isn't it? Yes, the answer is yes. That was a rhetorical question. You little crybaby, tiny violin. Way down you go. You're already down there. That's a scummy bummy bottom feeder thing to do. I would never. You think you can compete with me? Look at what you're doing.
This night is cold in the kingdom. I can feel you fade away. From the kitchen to the bathroom sinking. Your steps keep
I hate you so fucking much. I heard that. Ah! Are you upset? Funny as fuck. They're so mad. Oh. That's hilarious. Like she's convinced she's right. I am right. Maybe even the government agreed with me. I am right. I'm trying to convince yourself you're right. Are you okay? You're arguing with published government documents, not me. You look stupid. Are you all right? Ready, chat? I love you guys. Like, I have two questions. First of all, what crawled up your ass and died? Second of all, did you forget that there was a stick up there? Because the rest of us have noticed by your piss poor behavioral patterns. You're not going to kill my joy. I'm going to make a joke out of you. Cheers. Everyone. Everyone knows that the government's looking out for your best interest. No, we definitely know that a lot of them are not. However, we're talking about trademarks and ownership of property. So absolutely, when I'm licensed through the government, you're not arguing with the government. You're not arguing with me, rather. You're arguing with lawyers and legal licensure. You're being dumb. It's not an argument. There is no debate. There's none. I'm just reciting facts. You're arguing with the truth. We're not the same. How embarrassing. Licenses are not by who pays the most. You have to prove ownership. And I did. It took 18 months. It has nothing to do with that. Well, it's like 12 to 18 months on average, usually. If I couldn't prove ownership, they would have denied my applications. I did pay a lawyer, but if I was wrong, then it wouldn't have mattered. The lawyer wouldn't have been able to get the paperwork to clear either. Says you have to hit a certain level of qualifications through the government. I do, because I'm legit. You corpse ass piece of shit. You could never afford me, and I wouldn't sell you shit. I'm priceless. Peasantry. Love you. Tell me, do you demons bleed? Hey. Would you act like this with other people? What do you mean? Sitting here with 75 to 100 people right now. Yeah. But here's the gag. Not everybody requires this response from me. You chose to come here and be an asshole, so I chose to respond by being a bitch. That's a you problem. You could have been nice, and so would I, but you're not. So, fuck you. Ayoka empath, I just held up a mirror to you and you didn't like it. Oh. So really, bitch, you're not complaining about me. You're complaining about you as I show you your reflection. Toodles. She has a sweet soul, absolutely. But you see, though, for she is hellfire or holy water. The flavor you taste depends on how you decide to treat her first. And you decided to come into my house and be a cunt. So that's a you problem. Good riddance. I know God is real. That's why they're all coming and they're pissed at me, because they're catching divine providence. They're catching karma, upset about it, and wanted to take punches at me instead. As if that's not what got them such bad karma in the first place. And it wasn't only going to make it much worse, which it is. In fact, how is this going to worsen for them? Let's see. Intellectual aberration, destructive writings, broadcastings, and influences that are negative to humanity. So the slander and like the digital harassment and all the theft and all the stuff, all that stuff, it's backfiring on them now, big time. And will continue to, because while they tried to spin a smear campaign and paint themselves in one light, people can see them for who they truly are. And all they did was leave a paper trail. As the truth comes out, all the things they did to try to paint a false illusion of themselves actually becomes the evidence against them. Whoops. Mental opacity, incomprehension, and they're too stupid, still, clearly, to realize that. It's why obviously they were too deficit to stop trying to harass or change an already dead set outcome, trying to force destiny that was never theirs. Fire burns everything in its path. Rebellious, disrespectful children. See, we've seen it. Pedophile and a bunch of kids she sent. Sterility. Oh, yeah, and she complains about not being able to have kids, but is a predator to them and then uses them to target people. So, gee, I wonder why God didn't want you to have a baby. Just kidding, I'm not. It's not confusing to me. Projects doomed to failure. Crazy K. Manipulation of the media for personal gains and fraud. Well, there's felony and federal crime for that. Penalty for that. In both accords. January 11th to January 15th, May 19th, May 20th in the morning. It's about the week of my birthday. August 3rd, oh, and they tried to come cause a whole shitstorm around my birthday. I remember that. I know what they were doing. I'm going to try to ruin your birthday. And that's not what happened. I'd say good try, but it wasn't. August 3rd, October 16th, December 27th, March 7th, 7:20 p.m. to 7:39. Let's do one more. Megalomaniac, narcissism, tyrant, profiteer. Right, she was making money off me. That's why she did it. Money and clout. That's what she wanted, anyway. Slavery, repression. There's that oppression energy, goes back into slavery. Manipulation, restlessness, competition. There is none. Can't compete where you never compared. Unacknowledged. She feels unacknowledged. Wants to be rich and famous. Yeah, that's why she did what she did. She saw it was on the come up. Difficulty recognizing oneself. Yeah, because she's too busy personality disorder trying to absorb other people's essences. Cloak herself in their personas, personalities rather. Styles. Greedy, grasping, insatiable, and then proud. And she's so proud of herself. Oh, I'm proud about all these things that I put out. Well, she's claiming originality, but they were all stolen. And so they're not original. Not original characters. Not anything but made in the likeness of me or directly plagiarized from me. An attempt to mimic me while claiming originality. Loss, contradictory feelings, unbalanced life opposed to progress. And that's why every time you saw that I started to make progress or started healing or doing well or whatever it was, they started trying to target harder because they didn't like to see me heal or healing. They didn't want me to get off rock bottom because they felt like at my rock bottom I was already better than them. And I am. Anything else? Illness, disease, now they're going to be toast, especially for the death magic that was sent out in some cases for some people. Some of them tried. Or just wished harm on others to the point where that's backfiring. Medicine without conscience, using medicine solely for material gain. Pollution that is harmful to vegetation and the environment. corrupt feelings and undertakings, difficulty improvising and expressing feelings, artificial agriculture and food, so fake, chemically based bitch, unhealthy thoughts, destructive and polluting mind. As far as the medicine solely for material gain, like this is somebody who will make up false stories and then claim to go to a doctor. Once they're called out for making up false stories and refusing to go to a doctor and then claiming that the doctor couldn't find anything wrong with them, one, because a lot of that coming back, if they're really having symptoms and there is no seeming cause for them, a lot of that's the kickback from their karma. They attack somebody's crown chakra, so they might start getting migraines. They attack someone's solar plexus sacral chakra. They try to steal from people, attack somebody's self-esteem, like the harassment in the comment section, make money off of people. That's all solar plexus sacral chakra. They might start getting stomach issues or like fertility issues or something. Those are those lower chakras. It does come back. But in other cases, because I've seen this before with one of these plagiarizers in particular, she started trying to plagiarize my whole story. And I said, look, I've got medical records to back up this and that and everything that I'm saying. And one of them came back and when being called out for this, like, you say you've got all these problems, but you refuse to go get help. You don't want to go to the doctors. Well, the doctors not only are helpful, if you actually have these things, they can pinpoint them and diagnose them, and they have, because, well, I have. They have. What do you mean? You're trying to copy my story, but you say the doctors can't figure out what's going on. Well, my doctors could, so how does that work? It's convenient for you to say that, because it means you get to try to keep lying. But that's not actually the truth when you're dealing with these things. And then she went and, after I called her out on that, went and rushed to the emergency room and pretended to be sick. Took a picture of herself with one of those little heartbeat monitors on her finger in the hospital bed in an emergency room. Posted it for sympathy. And then came back and said, yeah, they don't know what's going on. Part of it's your karma coming back. You shouldn't have tried to hit my crown chakra, and you wouldn't complain about migraines. First of all, that's just one thing. Nightmares. She complains about nightmares too. I'm getting nightmares. Yeah, it's your karma coming back. Problems with making important life changes for future benefits, expansion, abundance, prosperity. You're broke, bitch. Ganging up in a group, trying to dig up dirt on you to use later. Hold on. So like the harassment in here, trying to gang up. Pyrite, helping shield you from negative effects. Already ahead of you. White sage, meditation, protection, cleansing, purifying the body, warding off evil spirits, and fending off infections. So we're able to clear this out. They're not. They're stuck and sick. Or they will be. Lavender, sage, clearing away negative energy and negative thoughts. Intuition. Hating on your romantic relationships, whether it be self-love or the potential for real true love coming in, even by means of sending like breakup spells, separation spells, isolation spells, spells to keep people from recognizing that they are aligned together, or actually taking the step to come into alignment, or fearing rejection, or like whatever it is, self-sabotage. They go in the wrong direction. Like that's what these people are, if not wishing, then trying to spell work on. And it's not a secret, but they come and they spy and they stalk every day, trying to secretly keep tabs on your every move. It's not a secret. Uno reverse supreme. Set in law. Yeah, see? Tricks your spirit. Loss of memory. Things end up missing. Also, that loss of memory, that's a crown chakra. You can get out. I thought you were gone, loser. And so,
complain about migraines while sending crown chakra attacks. They said no. Get a backfire because you're an energy vampire. That's why. Trying to suck the life out of people. You just don't know when to quit. You don't want to. Personality disordered wench. Insane. You're insane. Promise I enjoy your pain. I enjoy it because I'm a little bit insane. No, they're a lot insane. As I told you, there's some of these people are sadistic. They were seeking to project themselves, their shortcomings and anguish on other people. Spaghetti got cooked and thrown in the bin. Spaghetti was overcooked. Just like Crazy Pants. Joke's on you. Heard 5, skip 5. There must be something in the water. And there must be something that you done. She said, I ain't nothing but a monster. I ain't nothing but a monster with tears. Two-faced ass wingnut. Who's causing problems, guys? Angel and... Yep, okay. David, where's David? Oh, you old fuck. You greasy old fuck. You're still here. No, he came back. This greasy old fuck came back. You old fucking fart, get out of my house. It's not very often you'll ever hear me. You won't catch me saying that word. I don't like that word. But that was warranted. It's impolite and improper. But that was warranted. Oh, this still doesn't fall. Thank you. Got kids in the chat. Got kids in the chat. We have kids in the chat. Oh, poor cat. Who remembers last week? So you're smoking? Poor cat. Who remembers from last time? Remembers what from last time? Nobody remembers anything.
about my cat from last time, because I don't do hurtful things to my animals. I don't threaten my animals or threaten to throw things at my animals, which is not only verbal abuse, but threats of physical abuse, verbal threats of physical abuse. Those are crimes, in fact. But would you like to know which exact specific whistleblowing video that the children were harassing me on about Crazy K today? Specifically the one where she's telling her cat that she's going to throw something at it and thinking it's funny. And then she smiles with this little evil look, evil laugh, and evil look in her on her face, in her eyes. It's nasty. So of course the children with an account that's full of adopt me on Roblox, which is like a children's gaming platform, come on here and start talking about my cat because, like I said, they're upset that I called her out for publicly, verbally threatening to physically abuse hers on a live stream that she has since deleted because, well, she's guilty. So now you're in here making shit up and projecting. But that is the one Crazy K whistleblowing video that they were on today. I took screenshots before getting rid of them. That's the one video they commented on today. So here they're mad about it, and then now I'm talking about it in the chat, but it's all projection. What's funny is this loser, this little child loser, thinks that poor cat, who else remembers it from last time, by making something up and trying to start some kind of nonsense, they can get people to gang up, as if she's not talking to my regulars who know that she's full of shit, who knows that she's lying and can't recall me doing anything harmful or saying anything harmful to my animals, because I don't. Sometimes I don't want them right on the counter, right underneath me. Sometimes I need a bit of elbow room. But I gently maneuver them down. You don't hear me threatening them or threatening to do anything to them, because I don't. That's foul. I wouldn't do that to a child or anybody else. But they did. She did. And then tried to erase the evidence repeatedly over every topic issue. Well, I didn't tell all these kids, come on, come watch my live feeds. Absolutely you did. While advertising all that stolen content, you said you wanted the age group to be from ages 13 to 18. So specifically children and under 18 children. That's asking kids to come to you. Oh shit, let me go take that off my Amazon page. Yeah, well, I have screenshots, so all you've done is try to delete evidence, and then since I have the originals, I can prove that you tried to scrub it from the internet. After saying you didn't do anything wrong, and me saying, actually, that's false, and then not being able to argue. What do you mean? On every single topic. Oh shit, I did say and do that, Mom. Maybe if I just like take it down. Maybe if I delete it. No, it just made you look more guilty. And I have the originals, so. Somebody says they have to be stupid. You own everything. The paperwork's already gone through. It's done. And they're still stupid enough to keep trying, or impulsive enough, right? They've just been doing this every day for a year plus, almost 2 years now. It's like a daily it's a daily routine. She's addicted. It's like a fixation. But that's how stalkers' brain works. They work like drug addicts' brains. They get anxious and even like depressed, and they feel like they're grieving when they can't get access to a victim or manipulate the situation in the way that they want, just like a drug addict who feels like they're going through withdrawals. And the same centers of their brain start to light up. And so they get anxious or antsy on some level. And then when they get ready to go stalk the victim or do the drug, they get like an adrenaline rush. They get the thrill of the chase and a bit of even like excitable anxiety, but it's more about excitement, anticipation, the buildup. And then they use the drug, their dopamine and serotonin, depending on the drug and the situation, but typically their dopamine and serotonin centers get that hit, that temporary hit from stalking, which in that case is the fixation that they felt like they were going through withdrawals on, or the drug, if they were actually using drugs, or both maybe. Sometimes they do go hand in hand, or drugs make it worse. But then they come down again and they start to go through withdrawals, and that's when the cycle starts over. And it's like every day or a few times a day for some of these people. It's like they're programming. They're stuck in it. They need therapy. Prison cell. To be very clear, I don't wish bad things for any of these people. I'm just done tolerating or taking any of their bullshit. I'm not doing it. Not acceptable. It was never feasible. Forfeiture was never an option. If you're going to make me have to survive you and everything you did, then you are going to take accountability for it. I don't know what you thought. I don't know if you thought that all these different tactics would eventually wear me down or you'd get what you want, but that was never going to happen. I was just cataloging everything you did, so it would end up stacking up against you in the end as a consequence, legally speaking and otherwise. Do you think you could overthrow me or wear me down to do so? No. I'm not happy that you required me to survive you, but I was never not going to. You were always destined to fail. One more. Beyond that, here's what's even worse, all right? I was so injured from the domestic abuse and the hostage situations and the stalking and all of that stuff that eventually it hurt my nervous system to the point where I did qualify for disability. And they were stealing those resources and any source of income that they possibly could, even after reducing me to that point. This would be Mr. George Clinton Eisworth and his associates, his parents even. And so because of what they left me with after all of the theft, it wasn't enough to survive. And so I had to, despite the injuries, try to force myself to get to work through them. And so, like, mentally and emotionally, tell myself I was all right enough to get through stuff just to get through it, even when I wasn't. It's like your body's struggling, but you're mentally telling yourself, no, you can do this, you have to do this, you don't have a choice, even though it's breaking your body down over time. But again, forfeiture is not an option, so you just have to like mentally and emotionally charge through it, which again is injurious, but so is letting people kill you by giving up, or your child, or both, while making money off of it to boot. Because this domestic abuser, through the fraud and the stuff that he's been claiming, has been making money. Every month he's been getting checks for hurting us. We were hurt, and so we were supposed to be getting resources to help get back on our feet. And then he filed fraud, financial fraud, to snake that out from under me. So he has been, after hurting my daughter and I to the point where we both, because now he's qualified my minor child for disability, we both, through the trauma he's caused, qualify for support. He stole everything and has been getting paid every month for that. So he hurt us and then stole the money that we were supposed to get to heal from it. And every month that money is supposed to come in. So he has had motive to hurt us because he's getting paid for it. And he's had motive to keep us hurt because my goal has been to heal and get back to work and get everything back to normal anyway. So once that happens, he doesn't get checks anymore every month. So he wants us to stay hurt because that means those paychecks dry up when we're not. That's what he's been doing. That's why he's been sending people after me. He's done, cooked. That's right. Okay. And so I relaunched my businesses, because I didn't have a choice. I had to get back to work in order to get things back on track, in order to get my daughter home. So I relaunched and told my viewers the story. I'm like, this is what's up, and this is why I'm relaunching. I don't really have a choice, but here we are. Here we go. You know the drill. I've done this before, so let's just get through it. Let's relaunch, despite the injuries. And that is when Crazy K swooped in to snatch it. I was getting downloads about my story. I was even talking about it, about how, what was it, like the Sundance Film Festival, wanting to do a piece on my story or something like that. It was like later down the line. But she saw all of a sudden and knew all of a sudden, because I was telling about the prophecy, that my story was going to make me eventually a lot of money. And that's when she started writing books, stealing my name, my artwork for the cover photos of the books. That's the timeline. I was already going through a hard time, and she made it harder on purpose for money and attention. Like an attention whore. Like a tantruming ass, greedy, entitled crybaby. Like a scummy bummy bottom feeder. Like a loser. Like a lame. Like a broke ass piece of shit. Spiritually bankrupt. The final chess pieces are played and she doesn't know it yet. No, they're still trying to play checkers with me, as if it's some kind of tit for tat. Baby, the game has already been long since won, and you did not win it. Checkmate. In fact, double checkmate. Because that's a thing. And we have been long since past Zugzwang. Trying to play checkers with the Empress, who already dominated the chessboard. That was dumb of you. You know what George used to say? I don't want you to use my daughter as a pawn against me, only for him to turn around and try to do it to me. You know, I'm so confused why he said that. I'm like, why would you think that I would never do that? Oh, because that was in his mind. He was projecting, and then he went and did it. Yeah, if you were drowning, I wouldn't lend a hand. If you were on fire, I wouldn't piss on you to put you out, girl. Not a lick of spit. I'd dry my mouth out licking envelopes before I put you out. Oh, I told you. Okay, these fell. These hit the floor. Silent my own two words. Forgetting oneself. Right. They don't know who they are because they're too busy focused on other people, trying to copy other people. It's personality disorder. Artificial heart. And they're fake. And she called in a shitstorm for herself while trying to create one for me. Did not care about herself, really. Didn't care about other people. Doesn't temple of my body. Doesn't bathe. More like trash can of her body. Addicted also came out. Yeah, we know. And now she's feeling quite alone. Stuck. Isolated, abandoned, or will be. anger in chains, because her anger and aggression in trying to target me and steal from me and lash out at me and send people after me to get away with it. Yeah, it's a karmic chain. That's a burden for her that comes with consequences. And they manifest also in a lot of cases as, if not just struggle and trouble in life in one direction, arena, or another, or all of them, then legal consequences also. Obsession, just sitting there stalking me online, obsessed with me. I have her blocked. Do you want to check on her? Fated to suffer. That's her fate. I'm not being mean by saying that. She was always destined to fail. She made a bad choice. I gave her two options. Stop stealing from me and move in a different direction, or continue to steal from me and inevitably get consequences. And she chose to double down on that repeatedly. Fork in the road. Hey, I said, you can go this way and stop stealing from me, or I've told you to stop stealing from me. If you keep going, you're crossing the threshold from the potential to argue plausible deniability, like, I didn't know I was violating your trademarks, to you've been warned, you've been informed, and you chose to keep doing it anyway. And so that goes from a $30,000 possible plausible deniability charge. Because even if you claim you didn't know you were violating the mark, you still get penalized for it. Like, you still have to pay in. But $30,000 is not as much as a willful infringement charge, which is when you've been informed that you're violating, you've been informed that you're stealing, and you still don't care. You still do it anyway because you're being stubborn, you're making money off of it, so you don't care. You think you've got more followers, so you can get away with it. You think you can bully the person into just taking what you want, and they're whatever. Then that bumps it up to, if I recall, about 250,000. So I fork in the road. I said, stop right now, and I won't press charges. There will be no consequence, not $30,000, not any. But if you do, you're going to at least get, I mean, you're crossing the threshold if you continue this, from $30,000 fine from plausibility, right? Plausible deniability, to willful infringement, which is 250,000. And she did. She chose to continue doing it, and she did it repeatedly. I believe each of those 3 books is a separate charge, if I recall. And so that's 500. That's $750,000 right there, because it's 250 for each charge, and that's just to the government. I believe those penalties are to pay the government out. I don't even think that those are for me. I know that there are damages to sue for in regards to that as well. And then she also caused me a lot of distress. There were many days where I had to go to therapy just to balance and regulate all the damage that was being done so that I could continue to persevere through what she was doing, which was just re-traumatizing me through the same survivor story by trying to steal it and then cause more cycles, just like George. I don't feel bad for these people. The empathy that I had was the offer to do the right thing and be forgiven. I wasn't going to charge her anything. But she decided to start a war instead. Yes. Oh, he's already gone. Yeah, absolutely. Heartburn could be. stress possibly also, but blinded to pain. So they didn't want to take stock, like stop what they were doing long enough to take stock about how the end result and the consequences from the accountability, having to take responsibility for it, could also be other things. So doesn't have to just be that, but it could absolutely be playing a part, or at least tell you some, like, which direction to focus on. They weren't taking stock about the pain that they were going to end up in as their fated suffering finally spun around. And they also did not care or were not paying mind to the damage that they were causing other people, which is why they're catching karma and legal consequences. Right? They want to start a war. This is me. They don't know who they are because addicted, they were too busy trying to copy other people. Some of these people definitely crazy K. Envious gluttony. Right. She was envious and greedy and like insatiable and just didn't stop. And so now you were so evil. Now you want me to feel bad for you? Dude, what do you mean? What do you mean? Anybody ever watched Mulan? Do you feel bad for the big bad Hun who tries to kidnap the kingdom and fight Mulan and knock the kingdom door down to kidnap or kill the king? Do you feel bad for him at any point in that movie? I sure as shit don't. Usurpers. We don't feel bad for you. You don't get sympathy. I gave you grace in the beginning and an opportunity to do the right thing. You chose not to, blinded to pain, because you didn't think that you'd have consequences or care what you were doing to others. You're greedy and selfish. Addicted. Anything else? Artificial heart. Fake. Doesn't really care about anybody else but themselves. I chose to be peaceful amongst the thorns instead. Rose. Same cards are coming out. We're done. Ooh, except for this one on the top. And this is why. Because this is coming from the divine. The karmic consequences that are causing Crazy K gilded regret. Like gold painted regret, basically. Encased. Framed for all to see. Whoops, not my whoops. The sun is up. I hope you have a great day in France. Gilded cage. What game are you playing? I can do some Reiki. I can't say it'll fix everything, but if you're dealing with heart chakra issues that could cause some tension, I might be able to alleviate some of that, at least the spiritual side of it. But make sure that you're not doing things that are going to exacerbate that, like if you're dealing with physical symptoms, don't eat things, for example, that you know right now are going to upset you more. Just let your body ride it out. But I'll see what I can do. The best thing you can do is just self-care and then like go into recovery mode, basically. Held in contempt. I'm hearing something about contempt. That's what these karmics are. It's usually a court reference, but it doesn't have to be. This could be a divine reference or the way that people are looking at them. It's like with contempt. Being held in contempt means a judge has found you guilty. Yeah. So people are looking at them as if they're guilty. The spiritual plane has already ruled that they're guilty, and any court proceedings will also pan out to show that they're guilty. That's what this contempt is referencing. Oh. Criminal contempt is disrupting proceedings, tampering with a jury. Picking something up about witness tampering too. Like the deletion of evidence or the altering of evidence, and then the attack on a victim, a target, witnesses, etc. That's witness intimidation. Also, that's tampering with an investigation. It's an attempt to dodge accountability, which is the crime of hindering apprehension and prosecution, as well as it's a form of evasion, actually, trying to pervert the course of justice. It's called. So law references. Consequences: fines paid directly to the court, jail or prison time. But you could also be charged for payments out to a victim as well. So, anything else? I hear Holy Water by J.P. Cooper, and then I'm also getting a download about fiduciary duties and responsibilities, which I have done. I have consistently maintained those. That's why things are coming up at Jim, coming up Christmas, panning out in my favor, because I knew that eventually the truth would come out, and the fact that they were not doing what they were supposed to do, and they were being greedy to do things like take things from people and like lie to put themselves in positions to be able to do so or maintain those positions, like the hurting people to collect paychecks that are supposed to go to helping them heal, and then keeping them hurt so you can keep collecting paychecks every month. You don't want them to heal because that means the money you've been stealing from them will dry up. George. Pie face. That is another form of that. So yeah, see, look, punitive, criminal contempt, punitive, and that goes into punitive damages. So there are fines directly sent to the court. The court will penalize you for whatever crimes, but then you get extra fines on top of that that have to go to a victim for whatever money you cost them or lost them, or even just like mental and emotional distress and damages. I can't get back the time, the last almost 2 years that I spent having to deal with all this crap. I could have been doing other things, but she wouldn't leave me the fuck alone. So now she has to pay for that legally. I could have been making more progress, but I kept having to deal with people causing blockages or trying to set me back. Legally, they have to pay for that. So there are punitive damages, like time that I had to spend in dealing with that nonsense and couldn't come to work, or money I had to spend out in medical bills or legal bills. Like, they have to pay for all of that. Money that I was supposed to be making but had to deal with other things, money that they cost me on different levels. There are multiple different variations of that. Like, there's potential money to be made in all the other investments and things that I would have and had planned to be doing instead of having to deal with that. But then there's also just like the daily or like weekly or however the consistent checks are or income that rolls in just from the daily routine, not even like other investments and future things that were held up or having to be put on pause just to deal with her nonsense. So there are multiple different types of financial damages on that, but then there's pain and suffering, mental and emotional distress. Every time I had to go empty the trauma teacup because they were just barbaric and incessant, obsessive every single day, all day and night, psychotically. I heard that somebody says, well, what happens if they don't have the money? Well, these people are facing jail time on top of owing me money. But if they don't have the money, they'll get probably extra jail time instead. That's often how that works. Depends on the case. They can't hide. They were never hidden. No. Right. But the mental and emotional distress, like, it took longer for me to get everything balanced out, which means this is the part that upsets me. It took longer for me to get my daughter back to safety. That's where the warrior goddess in me comes out, bitch. That's where you fucked up. It's not even, oh, it took me longer to get justice. Yes, it took me longer to get justice so that my daughter could be safe. Now you pissed off Demeter. That's a bad idea. I'll turn your world gray. How's that Uno reverse taste, you vampire? Anyway, let me reboot the feed. I'm not quite ready. I took a nap before coming here. I got a bunch of stuff done today. Went grocery shopping, did a bit of meal prepping, did some cleaning, took a shower, took a nap, got up, did a bit more cleaning, came here, and so I've got a few more things. I want to make some pineapple skin tea as well. I don't know about true crime, probably just music, vibe it out. Maybe a documentary, but probably true crime. And I think we're going to do some yoga, because I think some floor time would be good. But that's the plan. Let's flow. Thanks, guys, for bearing with me through their nonsense. It's been a great journey. And I am grateful to be taking the armor off and for the opportunities to keep it off. Until next time, I bid you adieu. For those of you who'd like to join me in a minute on the next one, I'll see you there momentarily for the rest of you. Do no harm. Take no shit. Grand rising. Sweet dreams, depending on which side of the world you're on, and happy in between for those in the interim. Says the Gemini, queen of duality. In between. I don't judge. Some really rocking people in here. And I'm grateful for you, for the support and the good vibes, where they come, when they come. Some people are nasty, but not all of you are. It's quite a gift. I wish you well. And bid you adieu. Cheers.